We are here today to give a glimpse of the electronic part of electric vehicle. Okay. We have calculated how much motor of power we required, how much torque, how much RPM, and we have even calculated how to select the battery, how to calculate the battery capacity and all, right. So now it's time to say something about electronics of electric vehicle. Apart from the car's major parts of the car, okay, you can actually see lots of other things too, okay, like reading lamp, okay, or headlight, or indicator lights, or brake lights, or sensors which are actually present in car, or sometimes you will be charging your phone in your car, that is USB circuit, which means USB charger, and there will be AC in your car, so AC, and the decision maker, microcontroller or processor. Okay, so these are the few parts you can actually see in your electric vehicle, right. Why I am actually explaining this? The major reason is whenever we go into calculations of battery, okay, if you just see the flow of the calculation for battery, okay, we selected the battery depending upon the motor, that's it, okay. So whatever battery you are actually choosing, okay, it is restricted to the run the motor itself, that's it. What if there are other electronics in the electric vehicles need power, okay, so you need a more capacity of battery in order to satisfy the extra electronics of electrical vehicles, right. So whenever you wanted to manufacture a real electric vehicle, you also need to consider the different powers actually utilizing by the other devices in the electric vehicle also, okay. Let me give you an example, and there are LCDs too in the electric vehicles. Let me give an example, okay. So let us suppose my LCD is working on 5 volts, okay, and it is actually utilizing 1 ampere current, okay. So totally how much power it is using? Volt into current is indicates power, so 5 watts of power. If I use it continuously for 1 hour, my continuously LCD will be using for 1 hour, right. So how much it is? 5 watt hour, okay. So in the same way, if I work on AC, how much power that AC took in my car? Let us suppose you can actually say it will work on 12 volt. Example, let me consider it an example. 12 volts, 10 amperes, which means 120 watt into hour gives 120 watt hour. So this is the amount of power you are actually utilizing through AC per 1 hour, okay. This also per 1 hour. So in the same way, when we talk about the sensors and all, let us suppose there are 20 sensors in a car which actually 5 volts and consumes 1 ampere current, okay. So how much it is? It is like 25 is 100 watt into hour, okay. So whenever you wanted to manufacture electric vehicles, the first thing you need to do is you have to calculate the powers like this, okay. These are actually said to be powers, okay. First you need to calculate the power, okay, all this, and let us suppose you got some like 1000 watt hour extra power you need to run your vehicle, like to run your electronics in your vehicle, okay. So what you need to do is, so you also must add a power what you need to the motor and this electronics, okay. Then you have to find the capacity of how much battery actually you require to do work, okay. So fine, it's okay. Now the first question I would like to ask is headlights. Okay, if I consider headlights work with 12 volts and 5 amperes. Okay, so how could I actually get that 12 volts? Okay, watt into hour, if I do 60 watt hour. Okay, like if the headlight work on 12 volts, how can I actually get that 12 volts? So my whatever battery I am actually having, it will be having some amount of voltage. Let us suppose it is 320 volts. Okay, or something else. Okay, or else 120 volts. Okay, depending upon the situation. Okay, so but this headlights uses how many volts? It uses only 12 volts, right? How can I actually get that 12 volts? And it is when I am going to use a DC step down converter. Okay, a DC step down converter. What it actually does? It helps me by converting the 320 volts, not actually converts the complete 320 volts. Okay, by stepping down the voltage up to what I require. Okay, 12 volts, and this is said to be a DC step down converter. Okay, now let me give you a diagram of it. Okay, how it actually works. It basically works like this. Okay, and yeah, it is the power you are going to send. Okay, it is the power like 320 volts, whatever it is, you are going to send, and it is a switch. Okay, consider it is a switch. It is a capacitor, and this is a ground, and this is the V out. Okay, a basic structure how actually DC step down works. Okay, you can see there is a switch. We will be passing 320 volts over here. We need 12 volts output. Okay, so what it actually does is, whenever the switch is on, okay, whenever the switch is on, this diode is a this diode what actually does is, it restricts the current passing through in this direction and allows all the voltage and current pass through this inductor. Okay, so when the condition is on, this inductor starts storing the energy. Okay, starts storing the energy, and this capacitor actually filters the unwanted signals. Okay, and it will be giving you the V out. Okay, but before that, yeah, when so when it is on, this inductor starts storing the energy. Okay, when it starts storing the energy, then the switch will be off. Okay, after storing some energy, the switch will be off, and what it actually does is, now when switch is off, this inductor actually acts as a power source. Okay, this inductor actually acts as a power source, and it start filtering from the capacitor. Capacitor actually filters the unwanted signal, and it will give you the output of 12 volts. Okay, and it constantly gets on and off and on and off continuously to provide only a limited amount of storage. A limited amount of storage, which means 12 volts storage capacity to this inductor. Okay, that 12 volts will be given as output.